We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jakari from Twisted Hammer Gaming and Ellen in the Little Nightmare Network, and I'm back at you with another deck profile for Genesys format. I may or may not have done this one before, but I made a few tweaks to it. This is Regenesis Eldlich. It's kind of self-explanatory. Throw a little bit of zombie engine in there, primarily the Eldlich part of the deck, and play a very healthy Regenesis package. So, 2 big gold bastard, Eldlich the Golden Lord. I think I made this before I chose to, officially keep using the alternate artwork, which I do like better. But anyways, this really doesn't matter. 3 Archfiend, 1 Dragon, 1 Lord, 1 Sage, 1 Warrior, 1 Vulcarian, and in all truth, if you want to cut one of the Banshees out, you can, because we're not playing Unizombie. I didn't want to put Unizombie into this simply because it's not necessarily needed. You could cut 1 Banshee, put you down to 44, for you to go pretty much right back up to 45, because I'm going to heavily suggest playing either, if you don't want to cut the Banshee, if you do cut the Banshee, then you're going to play a second Delta, because this deck prefers to play Delta of Invitation over Zombie World. Zombie World is lovely for this deck, because, it's a zombie deck. You play Baladrock, which is at 1, which is the very next card, and then 1 Changshi the Spirit Owl. Your only hand trap is 2 copies of Nib. Look, you're strapped for points in this deck, because it's 98 points. Simply because you play 2 Nibs and you play 2 copies of Regenesis. That's, 78 points right there. And then you have 1 20-point card in the extra deck. And for once, it's not Chaos Angel. 2 Thunderbolt, 1 regular Fleur-de-Lis. Just added names you can get off of the regular Regenesis, because it's a 25-25. 1 Plague Spreader, 1 Mad Mauler. Truth be told, if you take the only 2 tuners you have in this deck out, you could rearrange the entire extra deck and cut out every synchro. But I'm not going to do that. 2 Cursed Outland, 1 black, 1 white, 2 Regenesis, 1 Code, 1 Delta, 1 Zombie World, 1 7 Cities of the Golden Land. Searchable off of any banished Elixir, spell, or trap. I was playing 2 Fusion Deployment, but I also wanted to keep this under 50 cards, so I took a couple of them out. 1 Conquistador, 2 Scarlet, 2 Elixir of the Glorious Golden Land, which gets you back any of your banished Elixir or Golden Land spell or traps, and is settable by either side of the fence. That's why you play more than 1 of each. The only thing it can't search is it doesn't search itself, because they don't banish themselves. 1 Golden Land Forever, 2 Regenesis Birth, 1 Haketo, 2 Waking the Dragons, and 2 Punishment. And then for the extra deck, 2 Fallen Angel of the Golden Land, 2 Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord, the 20-point Verudris, 1 Gustav Max, 1 Garua, 1 Mud Dragon, 2 2 of the rank 13 or rank 12, whatever the hell it is, big Raid Raptor, Waken the Dragon target. 1 Skeletal Dragon, Fell Grand Rune, Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord, 1 Immortal Dragon, and 2 Xingying. So if you take the tuners out, then what ends up happening with the deck is you take out all the synchros. You can technically leave them in as Waking the Dragon targets. Because let's be real, you're not gonna resummon Fallen Angel. That's why there's 2 copies. But if you were to take them out, then you could put like Leaves in here. You could put a 2nd and or a 3rd Gustav. I had to take the Super Polys out. That's why you're your heavy hitter in this deck really for fusion is the 7 cities. So if you wanted to take out the 2nd Banshee, play a 2nd 7 cities. That would be my honest opinion. Because it doesn't banish itself either. But it is your primary means of fusion, of actual fusion in this deck. So that's just a thing to note. You could put the Duke of Demise in here, but it's not necessary. You really only run, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 4 or lower zombies. So there's that. But anyways, folks, as Regenesis Eldlich, it's an adapted list from my original one, where, in the original build I was playing a lot more Link monsters in it. But you can't do that in Genesis, so understandable. Anyways, I'll flash a test hand real quick. With Droll not being in the format, the funniest part about this is this is actually full combo for this, full quote unquote combo for this deck. Because the Regenesis monsters say original attack of either or defense of 2500. If you summon Eldlich off of its own effect, off of its graveyard effect, then you can then just after that immediately you could do the whole Regenesis line, and you'll have a big Chungus Eldlich. You can then set Glorious Golden Land, because you're gonna likely not even use the White Destiny in this regard. You could your normal summon will be the Banshee, and you could just leave it on the field until, Troubling Spot, and then you just go banish it for Zombie World. And that works out too. And then you set the Waking Dragons, and your end board is, unless somebody's playing Ash or Purge or Impulse in Genesis against you, your end board should be somewhere in the guise of Eldlich, Archfiend, Sage. Or Eldlich, Archfiend, or Sage, and Birth. Again, it's not a super heavy combo deck. It's mid-range at best. It's more control. You're just playing a little bit of both, playing to both sides of the deck. But anyways, folks, that's it for the profile. No side deck. I don't side for the most part. I've said this many times before. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I should change. I may take you up on that. I might revise the deck one more time. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for all future notifications. This is your boy Jakari for Twisted Nightmare Gaming and Ellen in the Lunar Nightmare Network. Catch you guys on the next video.